most cards from the 1960s are still fairly affordable. So what we're going to do is we're going to go year by year through the 1960s, and I'm going to pick out the 3 top rookie cards per year, starting in 1960, going all the way through 1969. We're going to look at what the 3 best rookie cards are each year, what they cost, and compare them to other cards in that decade. Check this out and tell me what you think. Which is the rookie card that is more affordable than you thought? And which rookie card is more expensive than you thought it would be? Let me know what you think.
All right, so we'll go to the 1960s and work our way all the way from 1960 to 1969. So starting off in 1960, we've got a couple of big ones here. We've got a Carl Yastrzemski rookie. Got that rookie star card, again in that landscape format. Fairly affordable rookie card for such a prolific hitter and prolific player. And one of the best Red Sox of all time. Also have Jim Cott, a more recent Hall of Fame inductee. And his rookie card in a 6. And all of these today are going to be in 6s, so we can compare them evenly. About $100 for a Jim Cott rookie card in a 6. And then last but not least, in 1960, of the top 3, in my opinion, would be the Willie McCovey. Now, I would probably say if I were to rank these, it would go Yastrzemski, then McCovey, then Cott. But McCovey's rookie card is very, very affordable. All right, quickly on to 1961. Juan Marichal. Juan Marichal is an all-time great pitcher. And, to get his rookie card in a 6, this is a card that is, over 60 years old for $225. And then we have Billy Williams. I recently did an undervalued rookie card list, and a lot of people said, what about Billy Williams? His rookie cards are way undervalued. And at $85, I get that. Again, it's a good $25 just to get a card graded. And $85 in a 6. A 6 is pretty nice. And then Ron Santo would be the 3rd in 1960, also coming in at right around $85. These are recent sales via eBay, all PSA 6s. So in 62, we've got Gaylord Perry, Hall of Fame pitcher. And Gaylord Perry is, again, fairly affordable. You're going to see a lot of nice Hall of Famer rookie cards for under $200. Lou Brock, a little bit more expensive than the Gaylord Perry, but tough card in that wood border. And when we look at the Lou Brock, you can see that it's, a fair amount more expensive than the Gaylord Perry. And then the third one for 1962, I went with Joe Torre. Joe Torre has a big following, obviously was a quality player. In addition to that, was a, multi-World Series winner as a manager with the Yankees, and then an executive with Major League Baseball. In 63, we hit our first big one, the first expensive card on the list, and it is a very expensive one, would be the Pete Rose. Now, you're going to see the 363 rookie cards are pretty expensive. This is a really tough set. There is not as high a population as some of the other years, and the borders are just brutal. But that Pete Rose card, well over $2,000, and you'll even occasionally see a 6 for right around $3,000. You got Willie Stargell. Willie Stargell, that's pretty expensive for a Willie Stargell rookie card, but again, the 63s are brutal. And then another good Hall of Famer in the 63 set is Tony Oliva. Now, you can see there, even a Tony Oliva rookie card, you're starting to look at a pretty high price. And again, that's the 63s. Now, in 64, we've got Phil Niekro. And Phil Niekro, I don't know about you, but I really like the 64 set a lot. It just kind of has clean lines to me. But Phil Necro's about $200. That's a fairly expensive one. You're going to see some pretty good deals. You got Richie Allen, who I recently featured as a potential upcoming Hall of Famer through the Veterans Committee. And, his rookie card is very, very affordable still. Now, the cards that you're looking at in the top are the same card that's selling below. So whatever you see the sale price of, that is the card above it. I just zoomed in to get a better look on it. And then Tommy John, who I think is another possible Veterans Committee Hall of Famer, coming in there. Again, very, very affordable. In 65, we've got a big-time piece of the Big Red Machine with Joe Morgan. Now, Joe Morgan's rookie is one of those dual cards, so that probably tends to affect the price for some people. I don't mind dual player rookie cards, but we've got Joe Morgan there for a very affordable price, right around $150, and then Steve Carlton, one of the best all-time left-handed pitchers, for about $250 in a 6 seems like a really, really good deal for a card from 1965. And then Tony Perez. This is where, really in about 1963 is when we started getting into the multiplayer rookie cards. And it continued into 64 and 65. And you can see Tony Perez's price there. But I don't know. Steve Carlton seems like quite the steal. 66, we've got Jim Palmer. I've mentioned him a few times about how affordable he is and how I don't understand why his card isn't more expensive. When you look at his stats, he was a really good pitcher for a really long time and a very, very affordable rookie card. And then Don Sutton is maybe the steal of the day, in my opinion. When you look at what a Don Sutton rookie card in a PSA 6 goes for, I mean, $66. Again, everyone, it's $25 to get a card graded. And then Fergie Jenkins, longtime pitcher, just produced year after year after year, very similar to Don Sutton in that way. But Fergie Jenkins is quite a bit more expensive than Don Sutton. But all three of these cards, all of the 66 rookies that I have picked, seem like quite a good deal. Now in 67, there are two huge rookie cards, and I changed my mind. I'm not going with a third because nobody can really sit on the same page with these two. We got Tom Seaver, which is a very expensive rookie card, deservedly so, even though it's a multiplayer card. And the other one is a multiplayer card, one of the best hitters of all time, Rod Carew, which is another very expensive one. So we go from 66, where we have three very reasonably priced rookie cards, to a couple of very expensive ones. Seaver especially. Carew, for what he is, that seems like a pretty reasonable price. But I really like both those cards, even though they are dual player cards. Now, 68 also is two huge rookie cards, and I didn't feel comfortable having a third share the screen, so I went with two in 67 and 68 only. We got Nolan Ryan, which is an enormous rookie card. And, the fact that you go Seaver one year and then the next year you've got Nolan Ryan, both are quite expensive. And then Johnny Bench is a big one. I mean, most people, well, not maybe most people, but a lot of people would say Johnny Bench is the best catcher of all time. But why is his rookie card not more expensive? You can routinely find his rookie card in a 6 for under $300. And this year, I think that it's hard to find nice condition cards in the 68s. In 69, we go back to three more choices. So we got Reggie Jackson, one of the most prolific power hitters of all time and clutch players. And his is also a fairly expensive one. But when you think about it, for a card that is, almost 55 years old, and one of the best power hitters of all time, under $500 isn't that bad. Now, another steal, in my opinion, is Raleigh Fingers. Raleigh Fingers rookie card. Now, it is a multiplayer rookie card, so I get that. And it's 3 players. But for well under $100, seems like a really good price. And I went full-blown homer on the last one. The last one is Greg Nettles. You knew I had to pick him. And not a Hall of Famer yet, but obviously has a special place for me. So I'm a big Nettles fan. But look at what his 6 goes for. If you're in the camp that thinks he's got a chance at the Hall of Fame someday, might want to scramble out and get some of his cards. Now, if we go back through the list and rank them by price, we've got the Pete Rose was the most expensive. And then the second most expensive was Nolan Ryan, and then Tom Seaver. And moving down the list, you can see we got Rod Carew, and then we've got Reggie Jackson. And again, these are listed. These are coming on the screen here. We've got Carl Yastrzemski by most expensive to least expensive, just so we could kind of compare them. Now you got Stargell there, pretty high for Stargell compared to some of the other guys. I mean, he was obviously a great player, but ahead of McCovey, ahead of Bench, ahead of Lou Brock. Now, Stargell also is from that 63 set, which is absolutely brutal. Continuing to move down the list, we've got Steve Carlton, and then we've got another 63 before we continue. Now, again, whether or not these are the order they should be in or not, I don't know. That's kind of up for debate. You got Jim Palmer as the 15th most expensive before Gaylord Perry at 16th. And it's just interesting to me. I thought it would be really worth a look to see how they ranked out in what they're selling for. And again, these are all recent sales in the last month or two on eBay. They're all PSA 6s, and they're all from the 1960s. So whether or not this is the order that they should be ranked by price, I think that this is an opportunity when we look at this, go, wait a second, he should be higher than those guys. That might show you a buying opportunity. That might be a guy that you think is undervalued, which is the reason for it. But again, look at that Don Sutton. Super cheap. And then another super cheap one. Those, anytime you can get a player of these qualities for under $100, it seems like a steal. And rounding it out with my guy Greg Nettles. So what do you think of that? What do you think of these 28 cards and the sale price? Do you think there's anybody in there that should be higher? And also, who did I not include that you're upset about?